First of all, you drew the short straw. You got to debate me. Now, I don't know what sort of garbage you're going to argue is a worse bill than House Bill 361, because there aren't any worse bills than House Bill 361, and that's why House Bill 361 should advance in this bracket and defeat your bill. Let me tell you why. What House Bill 361 does is it allows for earned sentence credits, which means that we've taken these judges, we've vetted them and put them on the bench. The left is putting the most liberal, lenient judges on the bench that they can, but even those judges don't know best. In fact, we in the General Assembly, without having any idea of the crime that this person allegedly committed, will demand that they get credit for every second they served and earned credit so that they get out what? Sooner. Without regard to the victim. Without regard to the injury to the victim, without regard to restitution to the victim, without regard to the needs of the victim, without regard to safety of society. This is just another Democrat soft on crime bill in lockstep with all the others that's going to let bad guys out on the streets sooner without regard to what the judges sentenced them to, because this is retroactive. And it's going to make us all less safe, and that's why this is the worst bill and should advance to the next round of March Badness.
I think worst bill in consideration, or like most hypocritical bill for the government to bring, is the bill that is the tail end of the Democrats' gun safety agenda package, which is essentially make it illegal to own guns, make it unlawful to sell guns, transport them, bring them into the state, make them illegal to drive down the road in your vehicle. The off-ramp is the government buyback program. So you are given the opportunity to sell your firearm between now and when this law passes. And that's important because they'll argue it eliminates the takings clause concern. But if you don't, you'll end up with a valueless chunk of metal. And the only person that you can sell it to is the government.
Pretty good argument. House Bill 702, firearms buyback, bad bill. I'll give you that. But this is why House Bill 361 is worse. Yes, 702 does allow for localities to do firearms buybacks programs. What localities are going to do those? The dumb ones. They're going to take taxpayer money. They're going to buy back those firearms. Gosh only knows what they're going to do with them, because the bill is, vague and makes no sense, just like most of them. But this one actually puts bad guys out on the streets across the Commonwealth. That one's going to be done in liberal localities by liberal people taking liberal tax dollars. This one takes all of us and makes us less safe. And that's why my bill should advance. House Bill 361 is the worst bill. It should move one step closer to the golden turd.
Dude, not a chance. It eliminates the Second Amendment. They are eradicating guns. They are generationally disarming and destroying firearms in America. Literally won this country using firearms. And they're just like, we don't need them anymore. The government's here to help. Police will be there soon. We're going to defund them too. We're going to send a social worker. You should really hug your assailant. Restorative justice. It's wild. My bill wins. Worst bill.